To check something. There we go. Um, for some odd reason, the YouTube wasn't showing up, but now it is. So
Okay.
now that we know that part, so we know that loving home and church, well, God centered,
Mhm.
which is also a amazing feat, of course, with um, dealing with adulthood.
Yeah.
You really need something to be grounded for
Oh
sure.
yeah.
Um, my next question is, or tell me I remember when story.
Hmm. And I remember when story. Maybe I could go. I'm trying to think what aspect of life I want to go back to. Um, I think whenever I think of like just thinking back to my childhood, I just think of like the family parties that used to take place over my grandma's house. We'd be outside. They got picnic tables out. The families gathered around. People are dancing and singing. And I remember, like I did say I was weird, but there was like a few dance contests that I would win. Not that I was doing anybody like any dances that were out. It was just I would just get out there, just move. Period. Whatever beat I felt like moving to, that's what I did, and I would win dance contests
Mm-hmm.
as a kid. Um, but yeah, but those are some of my best memories. Just being over my grandmother's house, and family parties and the music, and just like the different people from the neighborhood that would stop by. Because I have my grandmother at the time when she was alive. She was a nurse by trade, but she had a big heart. She was the type that would feed people in the neighborhood. If you needed anything, you knew you can go to, Miss Ty's house. That was my grandma. So when I say I come from a loving family, I come from a loving family. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, just remembering those days back in the 90s, just as a kid, just how joyful a lot of those experiences were to me, and how they kind of shaped my psyche, and just the way that I view family, the way that I view friends, the way that I view people. I got from my family and just those times, just being around those type of people and that type of love. So yeah.
Which is also again and very important to I consider that like the village, the extended from cousins to aunts, uncles,
Mhm.
neighborhoods, everybody mattered.
Mhm.
It wasn't uh yours and that's it. As we call now the selfishness. Um
Yeah.
it was that wasn't a thing.
Yeah.
Um and I wish we could go back to those days of caring about everybody, regardless if you're related or not,
Yep.
um, and making sure everybody wins.
Yeah.
That
That
those
village, that
were the days
community.
of
Mhm.
going outside, jump roping for hours, um,
Yep.
hopscotch and marbles and jacks and I didn't have to worry about going outside being shot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
True. Hmm. Playing
no,
tag, walking to the corner
yes,
store.
tag. Oh my god, frozen tag. Everybody, shared in things that they had. Whether I had a bike, you had a bike, or everybody took turns. Um,
Mhm.
all of those things that made us. I miss those days of caring, having a heart. Like
Mhm.
we were talking last Sunday about how we used to pick up strangers and take them to places we didn't know these people, but we saw them struggling and was like, man, that could be me. And
Mhm.
we went beyond being fearful. Yeah,
Mhm.
we had, seasons where people did take advantage of that. Yes, I get it. But it was the heart thing. There were some that was really genuine.
Mhm.
And yeah, it makes me want to cry, like thinking about how I won't even say how easy it was, but just really being concerned about humans.
Yes. You made me think of a post I posted just a couple days ago on Facebook. And it said, I don't love because I have to, I love because I am. Like,
Ooh.
and what you just said made me think about that. So it's like, because I know sometimes people that care or people that give themselves or give a lot of themselves to people, sometimes we tend to feel bad when we get taken advantage of. It's like, well, maybe my heart shouldn't be so open, maybe I should be colder. But it's like, I think that kind of taught me to don't be ashamed of the type of heart that I have. You're going to put out into this world what you're made to put out into this world.
Absolutely.
So yeah, so that's what you made me think about.
Those were like genuine moments of nobody would let you have a pity party by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Or they wouldn't even let you have a pity party. Like, yeah, we did that too. Okay, get over it. Let's go.
Yeah.
It wasn't nobody left behind.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like for us as a human race, regardless of your race, we need to go back to that.
Now
that's the only way.
That would be the great Make America Great Again that I would see.
Yeah.
That
that's
I could
the only way.
Yeah,
that's the only way. When destiny calls, what are you doing?
Okay. When destiny calls, what am I doing? I have gotten to the point where in my life, I've been able to trust God and my intuition more to where I'll answer. I'll just move in that direction. I know a lot of my life I let fear be a big factor on why I didn't get things done, why I wasn't singing, why I wasn't writing, why I wasn't doing my art. There was always some kind of block, me comparing myself to others. When I don't have enough of this, I don't got enough money, I ain't got enough to do this. Destiny would call, and back then I would feel like, well, I'm not good enough. I'm not, this. Like this person probably could do way better than me. So like, why is this opportunity even coming to me? But I've learned that nowadays, like those are my chances of destiny calling. Those are my chances of God giving me a chance to prove myself. So it's like, why deny that? This is what you're made to do. This is what God sent me here to do. Why are you denying it when he calls you to do it? So I've gotten wiser over the years. But yeah, when destiny calls, I'm answering, whether I know how to do it or not. This is the age of generation. I'll go on YouTube, I'll figure it out. I'll ask people I know or people I know that are in the business. Like I will find some kind of way to do it.
Absolutely. You have to, because at the end of the day, what we do or what we don't do still affects people.
Yeah.
And their destiny when we don't do what we supposed to do, or when we do show up, it helps somebody. I have, for years, I lived in the background.
Yeah.
Not that I couldn't, but I was in that place where I'm always looked over. I'm always not chosen. Or it was, I'm here, and nobody sees me, nobody hears me. And I end up overdoing it to get somebody's attention. And I woke up one day and decided enough was enough. I am going for it all. I don't want God to come back and say, I gave you all this talents.
Yep. Talents.
Not just one. Talents. And what you do with it? You buried it. You hid it. I gave it to you for a reason. That say, if I'm not mistaken, the one that did something with it, it became part of his provision. That's where the money came in.
Yes. Yes.
So the long part, if you're not doing what you're supposed to do, where the money coming from?
You cutting it off. You cutting off your money. You are cutting it off. And even another to add on to that point, something else I started to realize just with the gifts that God has given us, the many talents and gifts, in which I'm talking to myself because there's even gifts that like I haven't touched in a while, so I have to get back to this. No
Mhm.
telling what's gonna come from it. Um, I felt like if I just stopped doing a certain talent or gift that I had, in a sense, it was cutting off my form. It was cutting off a form of. Ooh, I thought I turned that off. It was cutting off a form of communication. Like
Mhm.
when I look at singing, singing is you're delivering a message, you're delivering a feeling. So it's a message that you're trying to get to the listener, to the people. You want them to get this message and you want them to get it through your voice, the notes you choose, your song, the emotions that you use through this song. You can even look at that in other gifts. I'll use mine for example. I'm an artist, I draw, but I haven't really been doing it lately. I more so do it now out of like, if I'm really depressed, it's therapeutic.
Yes.
But you never know what that artwork communicates, what message that gives to somebody else or to somebody else that looks at that. You don't know what messages they receive from that. Or even any other gifts, you could play the piano, even if you're somebody that's really gifted at cleaning or cleaning houses or something like that. I see everything like that as a form of communication, some type of communication you're putting into the world. And if you don't do it, you're cutting off some kind of way that you're communicating to this world. So that's just something that I've kind of discovered within the past year. Like I am cutting off a form of communication. Why am I doing that? Because I don't know what that's going to communicate to whoever experiences it. So,
Absolutely.
so yeah.
There's even on that,
Mhm.
there's different things that we do when we show up. Like say for instance, if someone, male or female, had issues with their weight,
Mhm.
I can't get on stage because I'm this and I'm that, and I'm supposed to quote unquote look.
Mm.
No. Mm-mm.
Nope.
At that Christmas, I seen every shape, every size,
Yep.
every age, and you couldn't tell me no different.
Mm.
There's signature things that when we show up, we don't look like everybody else. You're different. And it's on
Mhm.
purpose. God didn't make us all to look alike. No. He
Mm-mm.
gave you something, a voice, a talented hand, gifted
Mm.
beauty
Thank
that
you.
speaks volumes before you even open your mouth.
Mm.
So you showing up authentically yourself
Mhm.
speaks volumes.
Mm.
Sometimes we wait on somebody's, and I have been guilty, to validate me.
Oh, I think we all do that. I definitely have.
Well, well,
Yeah, it's something
the
I should
day
not.
of that is over.
Mhm.
Mm-mm. Because what happens is God goes in the room before me, before you,
Mhm.
and he's already orchestrated everything. All he wants you to do is show up. Did you forget he was with you? What you scared for?
Mhm. That's true. That's 100% true.
Is there favor over me because I'm his child? Absolutely.
Absolutely. Mhm.
So when I think sometimes that I can't do something, he like do it anyway. And then
Mhm.
the results that I was looking for, it's not even that. It's better than I was looking for.
Yes.
Like, huh?
Mhm.
Me? Yeah, you.
Yep. I definitely experienced that. Definitely. It is amazing. It's amazing because then after the fact, that feeling you get of like, you feel good. It's like, wow, I listened. I listened and look what happened. I listened to your voice and you led me somewhere that, you know, I'm just grateful for, and I thank God that I, had the ear to listen and just move,
Now,
so.
I'll say this. We have, in the chat room, I said, this morning, see it, speak it, manifest it, and walk in it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's definitely been showing me that more and more, like every day, like whether it's the big victories or it's the small ones, guess what? It's still a victory, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
He's like, 2 years ago, I said, I don't know how I'm gonna get to Texas, but I'm getting there. And usually it's this, supervisors, managers, levels, and all of these different things. And they usually take a +1. They take their wives. I'm like, well, that ain't gonna work. How I'm gonna get here? An opportunity came twice where I put in for these competitions. I didn't win. So I thought.
Okay.
He said, well, around November, we should be hearing something. November came and went. Nothing. Well, guess I didn't win. December, I get an email from my corporate office. Congratulations, you have been invited to a week in Texas. I said, what?
Right.
Me? What I'm going for? The email never said what I was going for. So, okay, I'll take it. I'm going to Texas. All right. So I get a call from the CEO of our company telling me why I've been invited. It was for Disability Awareness Week, where I made a video about how I was so proud to be a part of my company. And we deal with Ability One company. And so we deal with disabled or a veteran. So everybody at our company has one of the two or both. So I won for this video. I had to make a speech. I said, okay, I got it. I did that. Said 5 to 7 minutes. All right. I'm going to Austin, Texas. Yes. A week before, I get a text message from my boss. Are you sitting down? Yes, I'm sitting down. What's up? So, well, I just got an email that the person they asked to sing the national anthem can't come. Will you be able to sing the national anthem?
Okay. Okay.
Sure, I'm already there. Why not?
Right.
So that Wednesday, we get on the plane. I took my sister with me. Get there, and I'm walking around with my Detroit Lions shirt on, and there's Commanders fans here. There's people all over the world, and I just had a good time. But I had this feeling that I was meant to be there, and it never left me. I was meant to be in this room. I was so comfortable. I said, okay. Thursday come when I was supposed to sing the national anthem and do this speech. We're sitting all at the table. There's room full of corporate shareholders, people around the world with this company. 300 plus people. I said, okay. God, you're in the room because I can feel you. I need you to come up on this stage with me and hold me down. Because if I let my nerves go, you're going to hear it in my vocals.
Me too. I do that
too. Not today. I'm not about to go viral on. No. I know every word too. Nope. You're not getting me like that. I walked up there. with my blue hair, my blue dress, everything blue, honey. Walked
Mm-hmm.
up there and he said, okay, everybody stand, salute the colors. Go ahead, Camila. And I sung it.
Mm-hmm.
And I sung it.
Mm-hmm.
Got done. And I'm looking at everybody's face. Okay. Go sit down. I'm up for the speech. I got to get back up, go back
Right.
around,
Oh,
say my
man.
speech. And I walked off. When it was time and it was over for the program part, majority of the room, I said 300 and something people, came up to me, shook my hand with tears in their eyes, asking me, am I a recording artist? One lady even said, now we know Whitney Houston is probably one of the best ones that ever did the national anthem, but you right under her.
Okay.
Now, this the person that I'm cool with background.
That's an honor. That is an honor.
On top of that, a retired sergeant major gave me his military coin. It's called a challenge coin. He gave it to me. He said, you only get this when people deserve it. So I have a coin that most people will never get. But it wasn't me. So when you show up, you have no idea the people that really need you.
Yeah. That's true.
So sometimes you got to do it with your knees buckling, your stomach in knots. Do it anyway. Because you don't know what God has already orchestrated. All he needs is for you to show up.
Be that vessel.
Stop overthinking.
I know that's something I still deal with now, and I'm still overcoming too.
Why you think I said it to you, honey?
Yeah. So, but you know what's crazy? A lot of the things that I do struggle with as an artist, as a woman, like in my 30s, like doing this right now, I find a way to orchestrate that into my music. And it's a form of therapy for me. So, a lot of times, whatever issues I'm going through, if I'm singing through it, hopefully whoever is hearing it, and I've had this happen before where people will hear my songs and they'll come to me and say, like, this is exactly what I've been going through. Like I really appreciated what you said in that one line in that verse, how you did this, like, this is my story. And it's like, wow, well, this is my story. Like, what is yours?
Exactly.
Yeah. So
you have to.
Yeah. So
even you're saying you're 30 something. So we have like, I'm 47, honey.
Really?
Yes, ma'am.
I said, you look like my age. I wouldn't have thought
I had
that.
A couple of people like, are you 28? Like,
no, you look good though. You do.
But I'm saying this, thank you. But I'm saying this because there are men out here who think at a certain age it's over for you. It is not.
Not at all.
I think I've done more in the last 2 years than I've done my entire life. But I also spoke it into existence that I was going to be outside more. And I was. I did more. I said the first day this year, I'm going to be outside even more than I was last year. And I did a lot. You just don't know the testimonies.
Yeah. That's
so
true.
When we write, when we sing, when we dance, and I did see you dancing, okay?
I tried like a little bit.
When we show up as ourselves,
Mm-hmm.
you have no idea how that translates to someone else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true.
We not putting God in no box.
Mm-mm.
And you sure ain't about to put me in one.
Mm-mm. Nah, I don't do well in boxes.
Mm-mm,
I don't do well in boxes. Bust right out
nope.
of it.
I done been through too much hell to let you put me in the box.
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't dead. And I definitely ain't going in no coffin.
Exactly.
So don't be surprised if you saw me jumping out of planes. Don't be.
Hey, as long as you're breathing, you have the opportunity to do more.
Okay.
As long as you breathe, you won't do it. We ain't dead yet. Yeah.
Absolutely. If I get out on some ice skates at 50, I don't plan on it, but just the point.
I'm gonna pray for you.
I'm trying everything. Because God is not about to come to me and say, why didn't you use what I gave you?
That's true.
That's not gonna happen. I'll be like, God, I multiplied this so much. I don't even what? He said, good, daughter. That was the whole point. I'm not hiding nothing. I'm not putting it in the ground. I'm not doing none of that. He said, I got talents. And even at this age, even at your age, there's still stuff you are still going to discover about you.
And I love
didn't know I could do that.
Yeah. I love the journey though. I love the journey. Ooh. Just discovering stuff and like, wow, I could do that, or wow, look how people are responding to this. And like, well, thank you, Lord. I didn't know I was this good at this, or like, or I'm just learning and getting, inspired by certain things. And like this whole journey, I love the journey.
It's just a perspective of how you look at things is where people get off track. Is it always the good and bad and ugly and all that? It's all of that. But a good story has all of that. It has the person that's antagonizing you. It's the hero person. It's the twist and turns in it. It's the beginning. Once upon a time, there was a young girl named Jen who, and then at the end of the story, and when we have finally closed the chapter of our life, but we didn't, God did. And he says, and they go to eulogize your body. And the question is always posed, how did she live? Did she do everything God created her to do? And the people in the room will be a testament of your life.
That's beautiful.
So it's never about us. Never has been and never will be. It's about the people that's in the room.
I like that. I like that.
I'll give it to you for free, honey. It's okay.
Thank you. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
People in the room. Has nothing to do with you. All he asked you to do
was just do it. Yeah. Because honestly, that's how I discovered that, singing was one of my strongest gifts, just by the way people reacted from it. When people, like the emotions I would see from people, and when first time I saw somebody in tears just from me singing, like I was like, you crying because of me? Like, but it's not me. Like it's not really me, honestly. And I had to learn that as well. Just the effect that it was having on people. I had to see myself as like, look, I'm just up here doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm at this point, I'm the vessel. Like whatever is coming through me is coming through me, And that was another reason too why I was like, okay, I have to stay connected. I have to stay grounded. I have
Yes.
to stay connected with God because um, that's a very important and dangerous role to have in a sense. When you have influence over
Especially in
people
this
like that.
industry,
Yeah,
you have
like
to
you
have
have
the
influence over
foundation.
people's spirits.
Yes.
Yeah, so like you really have to be grounded and connected with God to use it the right way. I'll say that.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
yeah, so this is one of the things I'm learning.
So, dead or alive, who would you like to do a collaboration with?
Okay. I would like to collaborate with, if I were doing like anybody alive right now. So one of my favorite singers, um, she was one of my mom's favorite singers too, but one of my favorite singers is Gladys Knight. I love Auntie. I love her.
Did you go see her this summer?
I didn't get a chance. I think I had a gig the night that she was here because I wanted to take my mom to go see it to see her, but I had a gig that night. Um, but yeah, but like I would love to do a song with Gladys Knight. I just think that would be amazing.
I
Um,
was so mad. I missed her. I was just coming back in town from Alabama the night that she was here, and I
yeah,
literally cried because my mission has been one of the reasons why I said I would be outside more is because I want to catch all the acts, the mature acts,
yes,
before
yes,
something happens to them. And she is one that I definitely need to see
yeah,
before because I don't want, I miss the Michael, I miss the Prince, I miss
yeah,
Tina Turner. And I was like, the last time Tina Turner was in the United States, she did a concert. I wanted to go, and either I couldn't afford it, something happened where I couldn't go. And that was the last time she was in the United States.
mm, oh,
I don't
yeah,
want that to be my story anymore. Of
yeah,
these magnificent artists, and you hear about them, you see their documentaries, you see all of these things, and you had an opportunity and you didn't go.
yeah,
No, no,
yeah.
no, 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 no.
That's how I felt about Stevie Wonder. I didn't get a chance. I think I had a gig that night. I didn't get a chance to go to that
Listen,
one.
I'm gonna tell you, Stevie, Stevie, Stevie
Mm-hmm.
Lord.
Yes, Steven. Steven.
It's one of my favorite singers, right?
Mhm, mhm.
He came to Detroit years ago. It was a celebration for Detroit, like 300, something like that. He was the guest artist. We were at the old Detroit Tiger Stadium.
Oh, that was a while ago. Woo.
Yes. I have a ticket. I am in the stands. Boo-hooing every time this man opened his mouth. The people
Mhm.
I was with was like, what is wrong with you? Like, you crazy? I said,
Like, they don't
you don't
understand.
understand. Do you hear his music? Do you
Mm,
hear the lyric? And then on top of that, this man blind.
yes. Woo.
Listen,
Mm, mm, yes. Mm,
between him and Luther Vandross were my first dances I had with my dad.
mm,
My dad taught me how to ballroom dance. I remember in the living room standing on his feet while he twirled me around,
mm,
knocks me off my feet,
mm.
ribbon in the sky.
Oh, yeah.
Luther Vandross, pick
Ooh.
any one of them.
Yeah. Mm.
So that goes back to my childhood.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
you're
I'll never
connected.
forget, ever,
Mhm.
ever. I
You are
never met the
connected.
man in person, but you might as well have said I was there when
Yeah.
memories began. My
Mm.
parents sung to each other "Ribbon in the Sky" at their wedding.
Mm.
I turned around and sung it to my husband at our wedding. Memories,
Yeah.
lots of them.
Mm-hmm.
To Stevland Morris.
Yeah, that's true.
Luther
That's
Vandross. I took
mm-hmm.
my sister for her high school graduation. It was Boys to Men and Luther Vandross.
Mm.
The only concert I went to in Pine Knob.
Yeah.
Luther sung every song you can think of, and he
Mm.
still wasn't tired.
Whew, yeah, that man. That man was a wonder. Like, he was a wonder. Man, I wish I could have seen him. Oh, I wish I could have seen his show. My mom brags about that. When we used to live in California in Oakland, and Luther Vandross and Anita Baker did a show together, and she would brag about that show. Like, she still brag. This was back in the 80s though.
Listen, so as an adult with music, music means the world to me, first of all, because that's what my parents taught me. They taught me that. Then on top of that, every time Luther, Patty, Anita, and Earth, Wind, and Fire would come to Detroit, my parents, front row seat. I don't care if she came there 3 times a year. They were there. So, of course, I'm going to have that attachment to them.
Oh, yeah.
I want to say, was it 2 years ago? My mom, health declined. Patty came in at the Motor City Casino. Soundboard. I got tickets close up. She goes to hand out the flowers. I'm right there on the corner. Her last rose, she gave to me, and I gave to my mom.
That's sweet.
So not only does she have personal, T-shirts and tickets, and now you have a flower from the person that you have admired for years.
Yeah.
So yes,
that's beautiful.
Stevland,
Mm-hmm.
Pat, Luther,
all of them.
Music. Oh my God.
Yeah, music can make you time travel. Like that, like you said, music can make you time travel. Because there's a lot of artists that I'm connected to that, I listen to their music and it takes me back to a place. It takes me back to a time.
I'm gonna tell you today who I literally thought was Stevie Wonder. PJ Morton.
I knew it. I was thinking of it in my head too because I thought
I think First Began had just came out, and I thought when I was listening to it, I thought it was Stevie Wonder. Stevie's playing harmonica on it, but he also loves Stevie Wonder, so his style of music is Stevie all day.
It's those like feel good chords and like it's something about his music. Like you could tell that was his biggest. The way he does his runs and stuff like that,
ridiculous. Okay,
you can tell.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, ridiculous. But yeah, but I know Gladys is someone I want to collaborate with. Lucky Day is an R&B artist that's out now.
Yes,
I love his sound. I would love to do a track with him. Love to do a track. I want to throw Brandy in there because she's my favorite singer. But I don't know if I would be able to do it because like anytime I see her in person, I'm in tears. Kind of like how you felt with like Luther.
Yes.
I grew up believing Brandy was like my adopted older sister. I felt like I was Moesha. Like I was
Okay.
like Brandy was just, you couldn't tell me no wrong about her. Like I grew up on her. She was the very first CD I had. And remember I grew up apostolic, so I was in a household where we wasn't even supposed to have secular music.
Yeah, no secular.
No secular music. So my first album was Brandy's first album, and I would listen to it all the time. So of course, this is where I'm getting a lot of my influences from with singing.
Yes.
And I learned to appreciate those, those like
So
sultry
yes.
altos, the contraltos, and just their tone. And it kind of moved on from her to like Tony Braxton's, and it just kept moving forward and forward to now Jasmine Sullivan's, and so I
Yes.
just appreciate that tone. I mean, I still have love for my sopranos because give me Whitney any day, any
Mhm.
day. She is like the queen of every singer's inspiration is Whitney Houston. Mine too.
Mhm.
But yeah, I just learned to appreciate I guess altos, and mainly listening to her, and it kind of moved on from
Yes.
there. So yes, I'll say Gladys Knight, Brandy, Lucky Day, and her. Her.
Her. Mm.
Yes.
Yes.
I would love to do a song with her.
They are definitely amazing,
Mhm.
and I like their lane. Like
Yeah.
there's nobody that can duplicate them at all.
At all.
They are definitely a lane in, by themselves with the lyrics, their talent, all of that. Like I saw Jasmine with Maxwell in London, October London, and I'll
Mm.
say Jasmine was the show.
Yeah.
Jasmine
Yeah.
should have been the headliner.
Whoo, that girl is like an alien. Her vocals, like that she ain't from here. Like,
Everybody was standing up singing every last one of her songs.
mm-hmm.
Every last one of them.
Mm.
I'm sad to say, but when Maxwell came out, everybody sat down and started leaving.
Ooh, ooh, that says a lot. That says a lot. And I love Maxwell too, but that says a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me get out of here before I get in trouble. However,
We won't say nothing. But yeah, we might work with them one day. Who knows?
exactly. That's all.
We gonna be careful.
What is something people would be surprised to know about you?
Surprised to know about me. Um, I guess I'm a huge loner and introvert. Like I have
Really?
friends. Yeah, like I could be friendly and bubbly, and I have friends, and I might have people I hang out with, but I prefer to be to myself. I'm a huge loner. Like I got people like, if I want to hang out, cool. But for the most part, like I'll go to concerts by myself. I'll go out to eat by myself. I'm trying to plan trips by myself. I enjoy my own company, but I felt like it was a necessary step to take to
I
get to the
got
point
you.
where you enjoy your own company. Um, but yeah, I am a loner, and I always have been. But like most people think I'm just friendly. I am friendly, and like, I'm just
Yes,
hanging
of
with people
course.
and stuff. But no, I'm a loner.
Wow. I would
Yeah.
have never thought that. I
Mhm.
promise
I'm
you,
a
I
huge
wouldn't have. I'm definitely not a loner, but
mm,
I do have moments where I have to be by myself for a moment to reset because I give a lot.
yeah.
And so I need time to get my energy back.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
so that's the part where I have to dial it back some. But other than that, I love people. Like
Yeah.
it's so much to learn about us. And then there's the mirror that you see yourself in them. Like
Mhm.
we are more alike than we are different, but you'll never know that until you talk. And
That's true.
so I am, really curious to plug in like, oh, so yeah, wow, I like that too. Wow. Oh, I didn't know. That's exciting. So for me, it's the bubbly feeling like, oh, what is this gonna taste like?
Yeah.
I want some more. That's me.
Yeah. And I can be that way too, but I think I've learned over the years that I'm more of an observer. I like to
Yes.
sit
Right.
back and watch and
Yes.
see. And I don't know if that comes with me being an actress as well. Like I'll watch people a lot and kind of pick up little quirks and things like that.
Hmm.
But I'm a huge observer. I'll say that.
Yes. I
Like
love people watching too.
yeah, like I could be social when I need to be, but I think just over the past few years, I've just learned that I'm just more. I enjoy my own company a lot more, and a lot of times I'd rather move by myself
Hmm.
more so than just like in a big group of people, and because like a lot of times I want to go see what's over here. I want to go explore what's over there. I want to go do
Yeah,
that. You don't want to wait on nobody. So I've
that's true.
just yeah. So that's me.
Sometimes it's best to do it by yourself because some people they don't mean to sometimes, but
Mhm.
they can throw you off
Yeah.
of, hey, maybe I want to jump off this cliff today.
Mhm.
Nah, you shouldn't do that. It's water down here. I'm fine. No, you shouldn't do that because of their own fears.
Mhm.
But
That's true.
see,
Mhm.
sometimes you got to do it by yourself. Then come back and tell them like, "Hey, I just jumped off this 15-foot cliff. What you do?
Right.
I did it twice. What you do?
Mhm.
Oh, you still on shore? Oh, no.
Mhm.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I'm going. I'm out there. I'm out there.
I'm exploring, I'm taking
Yes.
chances, I'm doing it. Yeah.
I'm probably one of the few females that I know that love going fishing. Like I'm out there
Mm,
with the guys.
okay.
I stay at
Okay.
home. God,
Mm.
no, I'm out here. Let me
You
find somebody that's gonna take me hunting. It's a
now
wrap. Every season, I'm out.
that'll be fun too. The fishing thing looks cool. I just can't. I'm not. I don't want to touch the worm. I don't want to get the fish
Listen,
off the hook afterwards. I'm like, you do that for me. I'll
the
bring it up.
guy. This was the rules. You go fishing with me.
Uh
I'm
huh.
not helping you. So you
Oh,
got to learn how to bait your own hook, take the
I
fish
know.
off. I learned how to cut it up, clean it, all of that.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. One day I'll get there.
So last year I made the show about love, black love. I
Mhm.
wanted to know, why do you do what you do? What's your reasoning? What's the why? And it came out as, what is the importance of love to you
Mm.
and perfecting your gift?
Love. What is the importance of love and perfecting your gift? I think it all goes back to it has nothing to do with me. Um, when you put a lot of importance on love, love is a verb, it's an act. You're doing something for other people, or I mean even yourself, because there's self-love. But even within self-love, you loving yourself and growing within yourself and you presenting yourself to other people, is no telling who's going to see that, who's going to, well, I see what you're doing, and you always, because I've had people come to me, um you know with what I've been doing lately in the shows and everything and the music, like, I see what you're doing and I'm inspired, like, and these are people that I didn't even know paid attention to me, so I'm just like, I'm just really inspired by what you're doing. And I feel like just being able to perfect your gift is to make it more effective. So when you
Mm,
are out there and you are, whether you're singing or cooking or whatever it is that you're doing, the more effective that you are, the more clear your communication is to all these people, the more clear the message is, and there's no telling who, and or what they could get from it. So I think, love and perfecting your gift kind of ties in together at some point, because at the end of the day, we are doing this for, I guess, our environment, for the people that see what we're doing. We really are doing, whether we think we are or not, we are doing this for everybody else. Um, Even down to, you know, I'll go sing a song at a funeral. I personally, I'm not the biggest fan of singing at funerals, but I think it's necessary at times. And
Mm-hmm.
it taught me how to get to a point where with my singing where it really is not about me. And I think that's one of the main places where that theme shows up. Like, it's not about you. You are here to comfort the family and help them. You just help with their peace, help with their mindsets, and help comfort them during this, time that they're going through. This isn't about me getting up here and doing up all these runs and stuff. I mean, I'm gonna still be authentically me in my song, but I think that's just one realization I had to come through. And my mom, she sings at a lot of funerals too, and she tells me that too. But that, I think, is the one place where I really realized, like, wow, the gift that I'm giving right now, it's not about me. This is to help the people that are receiving it, that are in this room.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and there's no telling what that does for people's spirits. What that might have changed their mind from doing.
Yeah.
So I really believe the importance of love and perfecting your gift. It really has a lot to do with just affecting the world and affecting the people that experience you, and
Mm.
love and experience the result of you perfecting your gift. It's about them more so than it is me, than it is an ego. Like, oh, I'm the best singer. No, I was able to really communicate to these amount of people, and they felt this way, and they were able to go do whatever it is that they were going to be doing or supposed to be doing, or maybe I helped them get back on track. That's what it's about for me, So
Absolutely. The next two words, of course, they coincide with each other. The importance of uplifting and empowering people. That's my heart.
mhm.
I remember when I started this show in 2020 during the pandemic, actually. God told me that I would be the help that I once needed.
Mhm.
And I find it that uplifting and empowerment will go a long way of giving somebody hope that tomorrow will be a better day than it is today. And so it's the checking in on people, the text messages, the calls, the show up. It's the come encourage me, come to my program, come to my show, doing all these wonderful things to let you know I'm here to empower you.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
what does uplift and empowerment means to you?
Uplift and empower. To me, that means just representing, in a sense, hope and groundedness, um, especially when it comes to situations where there's a lot of anxiety, there's a lot of distraughtness, there's a lot of, whatever negative feeling or emotion is going on, just to be there as a presence of comfort, and a presence of, someone that can inspire. Because it's like, you don't want to, the results that you want to get are, you want people to be grounded, you want them to strive for something better, you want them to be in a good place. You don't want to be the person that's bringing things down, like, oh yeah, well, it is bad, well, maybe you shouldn't do that, like, you don't want to be that negative influence.
Mm-hmm.
um so a lot of times it just means to remain that person where, or just having the type of spirit where, people do feel comfortable, or people do feel like, you know I'm not going to deal with any mess if I'm dealing with this person. Or even when it comes down to the music, which that's the stage in my life right now that I'm getting into, where I am starting to write more empowering and uplifting music, because that's where I am right now. Being able to, what I'm going through, put it into song, and hopefully uplift somebody else, whether it be down to the chords that I'm putting together in this song, where it's uplifting, a good feeling, uplifting feeling, to the words that I'm singing to you, to the type of emotion that I'm giving you when I'm singing it, to be able to, help someone would be an amazing thing. But a lot of times it's not just there. Sometimes it's just in your everyday life, just being a person that's not, you know, negative. I'll say that. And we are human. We might have times where, we might be negative, but like, for the most part, to be able to kind of get back on track, it's like, okay, well, that's not the type of spirit I want to have. Let me get out of that I'm a spirit of, growth. I'm a spirit of, I want to move forward, so what can we do to move things forward?
Mm-hmm.
um, so it's just a matter of just deciding if that's what you want to be, that type of positive influence, then moving in that light and what comes with that, and reminding yourself when you're not there to get back on point.
Yeah, it's a
So
reflection of who you are. In,
mhm.
in my opinion, it's a reflection of who you are. I'm one of the biggest cheerleaders.
Mhm.
Oh, and some people, they don't take it that way, but I really am. Like, I
Mhm.
want you to win. I know what it
Mhm.
means to feel like you're constantly losing. I have to have
Mhm.
somebody in front of me to say, hey, this way. Come
Mhm.
on. You can do
And
it too. Come on. Come on. Come on. A little
those
bit
are the
closer.
best
Come on. Come
cheerleaders.
on. You right there. Right there. Okay. I did this already. I need you to jump. Put
Mhm.
both your feet down. Okay. You can do it. So we need those moments, especially when you start getting stagnated. You might
Mhm.
keep getting no's. Doors might be closing in your face. Everything ain't hunky dory. Everything ain't peaches and cream. Unless you
Mhm.
like strawberries, whatever. But at the end of the day, I want somebody to take me by my hand, help dust me off, fix my crown,
Mhm.
put my head up.
Mhm.
You didn't do it right there, but it's okay. We're human. We make mistakes. Let's get up.
Mhm.
Do it again. Do it again. One of the things that I love, I'm showing my age, Super Mario Brother games, okay?
I know that too. I stopped
Sitting there,
playing that.
sitting there for hours and couldn't get off boards, right?
Mhm.
Hours. Somebody just got the system. They didn't beat the whole game already. Like, what the? But what got me is when they started telling me how they beat the game.
Mhm.
Every level, it was a trick, it was a tip, it was a secret door, it was this and that. And I would have never found it on my own. Yes, God.
Mhm. That's true.
I hear you. I hear you.
Mhm. You
I would
had
have
some.
never found it if
Mhm.
I was doing it by myself.
That's
But
true.
somebody went before me and beat the game. They came back and told me on this level, you got to do this. You got to look for this. If they start, and they even counted it down. Like if they start moving to this way, you go that way. And then,
Mhm.
this. So all the tips on how to be successful.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
eventually I beat the game.
Mhm. Mhm.
Did y'all hear that?
I heard that. We need more of that. Just in our
Eventually
community.
I beat the game. To
Mhm.
the point now, where's the next game? I beat the
Mhm.
first one. Now I'm gonna do the second one. Might not get it the first week, but somebody gonna come back and tell me the secret
Mhm.
on how to be successful. So when I have my victories, I share.
Mhm.
When I have those moments when it didn't look too pretty, I share. Because I don't want you to be misguided in thinking that it was always like this,
Mhm.
because it wasn't. But my job, part of my purpose, is to be honest and transparent with you.
Mhm.
So you too can beat the game.
Amen. Amen.
Girl.
No, that's I love that too, because that's something I had to, and even now I kind of struggle with just being more vulnerable. I used to be someone that was like, man, emotions, I don't like emotions. I don't like being around people that are way too emotional. I can't take this. And like, because it came down to, I didn't want people to take advantage of me. So I didn't want to show any emotion. I didn't want to show you my struggle or what I was going through. I wanted you to think everything was all good. But, you know, being an artist, being an actress and all that stuff, it's like, it's the total opposite. And then I realized I was cutting myself off from my creativity because I wasn't being vulnerable. I wasn't expressing these things that needed to be expressed. And it's no telling like who that might have affected or who else would be going through this or could know how to get out of it because now I'm telling my story. So
Absolutely.
that's another thing I see with music is, like I said, it's my therapy. I'm being vulnerable through this. This is something where I'm putting myself out here, whether I don't hit the highest note, whether I crack, whether my lyrics ain't what you think they're gonna be. I had to get to a point where like I'm past all this because this is just coming from me. This is what I have to offer. This is coming from me. Nobody else can offer that because it's coming through this vessel. This is what God gave me. So, vulnerability was something I struggled with before, but now I'm getting more and more to the point where I'm being more open about who I am and more open about, struggles, strengths, all that stuff.
Let's go here.
Mhm.
So I find out through a session one day, being vulnerable. Everybody knows me. I'm a crybaby, but I try to act hard, like I'm from the east side. I don't.
Well, I am from the east side, so I be a thug
I
sometimes.
try. Listen, I'm gonna be a thug all the way too.
Hmm.
And through a session of me being vulnerable and saying that I've been beaten before,
Hmm.
I've been cheated on, I've been raped, I've been molested, I've been. They begin to talk and share that this happened to them too.
Hmm.
And we bonded through trauma and drama.
Hmm.
We bonded through our tears.
Hmm.
And then we bonded in our healing.
Hmm.
It's okay to be vulnerable
Hmm.
because you don't know who needed that to be broke down so they can open up and share.
Hmm.
But if you always so hardcore and don't let, or you act,
Yeah, act hardcore. I'm a punk inside.
cry in a minute. Like Pretty
Mm.
Woman is my favorite movie. Like really, who does that from the east side? Like who does that? Like
Mm. Hmm.
then I found out music also was my therapy.
Mm.
There's other things that was my therapy, but we ain't gonna talk about that right now. Anyway,
Mm.
but on the other side of the rainbow, we was always taught about the pot of gold. Where did the rainbow start first? When do you see a rainbow?
At the end of the ring, well, at the pot of gold. It's
No, no,
way
no, 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 no. When do you see a rainbow?
after the rain.
Come on.
To the rain, like. Hmm.
Ooh.
Got to go through something. That made me think of a lyric from Coldplay, "Army of One," one of the most beautiful lyrics I could think of. Um, it was something about the deepest treasure you could no, the most beautiful treasure you'll find in the deepest blue. Um, and it was like so many metaphors to that, but the most beautiful treasure you'll find in the deepest blue. And it just made me think of like there's so many on the journey to like even going through a depression or getting out of a depression or getting out of something you're going through, the things that you discover about yourself or what you can do. Like it's that's why I said I just love this journey. It's beautiful. Whether like I am going through down times or up times. Like it's a beautiful journey because there's so many things to discover. But yeah, like you'll find the most beautiful treasures in the deepest blue. And that meant so much to me. It meant so much to me.
I'm just grateful I don't have my lashes on tonight because they will come off. Because
Man.
it's gonna be waterworks tonight. Like I'm it is what it is. I'm sorry. I didn't purposely say, hey, I'm not wearing lashes tonight. But the vulnerability is just is overwhelming sometimes. I'm be like, where did this crying come from? I am from the east side. You ain't supposed to be doing all this crying. Right. Jeez.
Man, I mean, but it's necessary. It is necessary. It is. That's another thing I had to do was learn how to cry more. Because I could count on my fingers how many times I would cry a year. It'd be like maybe 3 or 4 times a year. But like I think over the past couple of years, I've been allowing myself more time for that. Because I realize it's important. You know, it's a way of healing.
Cleansing, yes.
You know, it's a cleanse. You have to get those emotions out. There's many ways you can get those emotions out, but that's one of the best ways is through crying. The biggest thing I want to do.
And sometimes you just have to take that time out to give yourself grace. This is one of my sisters would tell me all the time. Give yourself grace. You're not going to be perfect. Mm-hmm. You're not going to make all the best decisions in the world. I don't care how old you are. Mm-hmm. Give yourself grace. Mm. Yeah. Give yourself grace. And in those moments, all the time, crying. Mm-hmm. Like, instead of the woe is me attitude, because he gave it to me for a reason, because I'm super strong. Mm-hmm. Ooh,
I believe it.
Super strong. I'm thankful I'm not in a crazy house. I'm thankful I'm not in jail. Girl, do you see me? I would not make it in jail. They would get me.
Me too.
I can't be.
I can't. I can't do it.
They would get me. First day. I don't belong in here. No. But
I'm the same way.
You just gotta give yourself grace to even deal with your emotions, dealing with whatever has happened, the disappointments. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I just gotta go to the water. Sometimes I gotta just sit under a tree.
Yeah.
Sometimes I gotta write it out in a book. Mm-hmm. Sometimes write it out in a poetry, in a poem, in a song, but it gotta come out.
Yeah. I've screamed it out before. I've had moments like that. Like, but it came out. Yeah.
Speaking of, I have never did this before.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna do it tonight. I'm gonna do it tonight.
What's that?
There was something I wrote, and it had to come out. Mm-hmm. Nothing in particular or nothing to a time frame, none of that. It just had to come out. As soon as I find it. I didn't give it a title, but it had to come out. Did I give it a title? I don't remember. I just know I was crying while I was writing it. Which I hadn't did in a while. I did title it, It's Intentional. Sometimes there are so many things I wish I could tell you. So many times, just when I need a shoulder to cry on, you're there. I just want to be free of pain and suffering, tired of screaming, and nobody hears me.
Mm.
Tired of crying, tired of carrying everybody's weight. Who's going to carry mine? I try to mask it with sex, but the pain is still there. Smiling helps temporarily, just to get me to the next moment. When will it last? I don't know. I push beyond what I feel and see to a space where I know it was all worth it. One day, just one day, I'll be able to look back and understand that it was never about me. It was always about you. You see, truth hurts. I shield myself from telling it all because you'll definitely look at me differently. I choose to stop here. This is far enough. I place my flag here and I'll take my short lived rest. What's a vacation? Signs. I go hard because I have no choice. The sun has to rotate, and you have to know I'll come back out again, stronger and wiser. I have purpose, and I'm living out with intent.
Hmm. Hmm. I like that.
It's
Thumbs up.
intentional.
Said it is intentional. It's very intentional. Yeah, that's beautiful.
That was let's see, a week ago.
Hmm.
A week ago.
Hmm.
It had to come out. I didn't feel like it was a song.
Hmm.
I didn't feel like it was necessarily or a poetry or anything. It just had to come out. So that's part of my healing, for an example,
Yeah.
of letting it all out.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah. So
Now that's beautiful. I like that. That was beautiful. I'm thinking
thank
about it.
you.
Yeah.
The last, well, there's another portion, but the last topic would be, what does a balanced life look like for you?
Uh, a balanced life. Just being happy, being financially in a good place, doing what I love. If being more specific for my life, what that would look like is, I'm putting out music, I'm touring the world, I'm doing what I love, I'm affecting people, going to public spaces, I'm speaking, I'm financially in a good place. I'm just, it would be a good balance to me. It's just me right now, no kids, no husband, no nothing. So, like, right now, this is what I want. Like, I want that life. That would be a balanced life, something to where I am happy, I'm busy, but also have enough time to myself where I can just chill, go on vacation, go and relax and have quiet mornings and not have to be stressed out all the time. But I think that would be a nice balance of, you know, my career being financially stable, but also having enough me time. I think that's a balanced life for me.
Sounds good to me.
Yes,
Last
specifically.
thing
Mhm.
before we have the church announcements is, this portion was an add-on for this year.
Mhm.
It's, what's a song that will get you through every time and you have to sing it?
I think you had me sing. It was one of the songs I picked last time. Was I Can See Clearly Now, but let me see if I can find what's another song. Probably go through my gospel. Hit some gospel. maybe, maybe Fred Hammond, who is also one of my favorite singers.
Mm-hmm.
Fred Hammond, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. And that song does get me through a lot because it kind of puts me back into perspective of, I'm still covered. I'm God's child. He sent me to do this. This is what I'm going to do. He's going to protect me every step of the way. Yes, some things might, you might have some bad times, but at the end of the day, I'm still here. And he's still here with me.
Absolutely.
So no weapon. Let me see. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. It won't work. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. It won't work. I know God will do what he said he would do. He will stand by his word. He will come through, say, I know God will do what he said he would do. He will stand by his word. He will come through, say. But yeah, that's my song.
Girl, that bottom is ridiculous. I'm like, wait, what?
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, but I grew up on some Fred Hammond, so that's my boy. That's my boy.
Let's see now what key. I had a song.
Uh-huh.
I gotta figure out what key. Um
Oh, that's a good one too.
Oh, you heard me?
Yeah, I used to love that one. Ooh, I used to love that song.
I see. I just can't give up now. Come too far from where I started from. Nobody told me the road would be easy, and I don't believe he brought me this far to leave me. Oh, I just can't give up now. I come too far from where I started from. Oh, nobody told me the road would be easy, and I don't believe he brought me this far. I don't believe he brought me this far. I don't believe he brought me this far to leave me.
Yes. I love that. Love it. Yeah, and I love that song. Me and my mom used to sing that song a lot too. Yeah. Beautiful. That was beautiful. Music. Oh. Mm. I'm trying to get you through. That for real.
Yeah, that part.
Mm. I'm trying to get you through. It's that message alone. And you have to keep reminding yourself of that. Just the more and the further and further we go along, you have to keep reminding yourself, like, I don't believe he would bring me this far just to leave me here. You have to keep reminding yourself. And he shows you in every way. He's going to keep showing you that. He's going to show you why he brought you here. Whether it be a big way or a small way, he finds ways to remind us of why we're still on this path. And that's another part of the beauty in this adventure, why I love the journey. Because when things like that happen too, that's a part of the journey too, and I love it.
Yeah, that wasn't supposed to happen, but however,
that's okay. Hey, things happen for a reason. They do.
Again, this is tonight, again, showing us both the vulnerability, the transparency of why we are here tonight, of talking about how music heals and people help to heal you too. Of course, God does. Nothing's going to happen without him. But I didn't know. Nothing is scripted here. I had no idea. None whatsoever. But as God always tells me, is to show up and let me be me. And he does just that. So we're getting ready to have our announcements. So doors of the church is closed.
Girl, in the world where dreams take flight, there's a voice that shines so bright. Sunshine Camila with a heart so true. She's here to lift you up and help you break through. Sunshine Camila, oh, she's got the glow. Her podcast is the place where dreams do grow. With a song in her heart and a smile on her face, she's here to support you in every space. Whether you're chasing stars or just need a friend, Sunshine's podcast is where your journey will begin. She sings with passion, she speaks with grace. In every episode you'll find the place. Yo, it's Sunshine Camila, bringing the heat. With every beat she got a message so sweet. Supporting your dreams, making them real. Her podcast is the deal, it's how you feel. She sings, she's got the flow. Tune in, turn up, let her spirit grow. From the streets to the stage, she got your back. Sunshine Camila, keeping you on track. From the highs to the lows, she'll be by your side. With a voice as your guide, you'll never hide. So tune in, turn up, let her light shine through. Sunshine Camila, she's singing just for you. Let Sunshine Camila, oh, she's got the glow. She's got the glow. Her podcast is the place where dreams do grow. Dreams do grow. With a song in her heart and a smile on her face. On her face, she's here to support you in every space. So join the journey, let her voice be your guide. Be your guide. With Sunshine Camila, you'll always find your stride. Find your stride. Tune in, turn up, let her light shine through. Sunshine Camila, she's singing just for you. So join the journey, let her voice be your guide. With Sunshine Camila, you'll always find your stride. Tune in, turn up, let her light shine through. Sunshine Camila, she's singing just for you.
Yay. love it. All right. All right. So in 2022, the Blueprint Guys Design, I was able to write my one of my books. It is out on Amazon. You can put the title in, the code, the name of the book, or my name, it'll come up. I thank you in advance for the support. In 2024, May of 2024, I wrote my second book, Can Prayer Change Things? I need you to get the book, ask yourself the question, can prayer change things? Did it change things? What did it do? So again, put the title in, put the name in, put my name in, it'll come up. I thank you in advance for that. If you want to continue to support this broadcast and to get it to TV land, please donate. I thank you in advance to Cash App at Sunshine Kamilah, Kamilah. That's how you really spell my name. I thank you in advance for that. This conversation was brought to you by Blacktop Street Ball Association. If you remember N1 and you remember Main Event, this is his business. Again, I thank you in advance for that. Go and support my brother, btsba.com. Find out what city he's going to start in. Thank you for that. If you know of people who are doing some dope things, I don't care what age, I don't care what race, please inbox me at Facebook, Sunshine Kamilah, IG, email me, and for those who have my number, you can call me. You know, I'm definitely into supporting Black businesses. AC's Teas, which is my sister's ginger and turmeric tea, some of the best tea ever on this side of heaven. She's on Facebook at AYECEE, number 313-380-0321. She is happy to serve. Peggy James, if you know she can sing, she can preach, she can do it all. Now you know she can cater. Famous Catering, 586-222-8417. Tell her I sent you. Again, Famous Catering, 586-222-8417. My baby sister, Yolanda Peoples, has a beautiful garden that she shows everyone how she does what she does. Again, if you have any questions about gardening, if you have questions about raising quail, yes, did say quail, get in touch with my sister. She would definitely help you out. She's on IG at Quail House Homestead. Let her know I sent you. She's on Facebook at Yolanda Peoples. Again, she's one of our teachers out at Westland. Oh, she's in Detroit. She lives in Westland, but she teaches in Detroit. Again, support the teachers, okay? Love you for that. Day One Cellars. I had him on last week. He has his own wine. So again, IG, Day One Cellars. His website, dayoncellars.com. You will not be disappointed. Again, he is a fellow actor as well. So again, he's a well-known Black man from Detroit with his own wine, imported from California. Again, has one of the made flavors, one of a kind. So again, go support him. Again, tonight, as I stated before, we have one of the dopest people on this side of heaven. I hope you enjoyed her vocals. I hope you enjoyed her testimony. I hope you enjoyed her life, because you're not going to get that in the book. No, we got it here, right here on this show. As I say, as a disclaimer, just know, you think you're busy now, you're going to even be busier after you leave my show. So again, I thank you guys for support. I thank you guys just for all you do for this show. Okay. So, February 22nd at 7 p.m., Miss Jen will be performing at Sexy Steak. Again, February 22nd at 7 p.m. She will be performing at Sexy Steak. So I need you guys, Village, to go support her. Thank you. How do they get in touch with you, ma'am?
Oh, they can go to my Instagram.
Let me turn this down some. Okay.
Yep. So Instagram, Facebook. I'm on TikTok as well. But at Jen Cole, so JYNNCOLE. So you can find me on all streaming platforms as well if you want my music. But if you want to find me, I'm on Facebook at Jen Cole or Jennifer Cole. Go to Jen Cole. And Instagram as well, you can find me. But yeah, so Cole, also on the YouTube, Jen Cole as well. Same way. So I kept it all. JYNNCOLE.
So, you guys, I have 2 things that I definitely have to put. Well, actually 3. Sorry. Outside of what we have tonight, me truly, will be on stage at Henry Ford College in a musical where I'll be part of the opening act as well as a solo in this musical on February 15th and 16th. The 15th is a Saturday at the 7 o'clock show p.m. and on Sunday, February 16th at 3 o'clock. You don't want to miss it. I will be posting how to buy the tickets. I believe tickets are $7 if I'm not mistaken. But I need y'all support. I need y'all to come support me in this endeavor of being on stage again. Also, I have I don't know if you guys know who David Whitfield is, but you will see very, very shortly if you have not. We have a live recording that will be happening March 29th. I need to sell tickets and I need y'all in the building to experience this live recording. Again, March 29th at 5:35 p.m. at Citadel of Praise is where we will be. You have the choice of general admission at $25, or you can have the VIP bundle at $70 with dinner and the concert. So again, please see me, inbox me, call me, do all of those wonderful things because I need y'all there. Again, I appreciate you for all that you do for this show. I thank you. I will not be on for the next 2 Tuesdays because of Tech Week with the musical. So you won't see me until probably the 18th of February. But again, I will be posting everywhere about all the things that I will be a part of. And you guys, I need y'all to show up. So again, thank you, Jen, for all that you do. Thank you, Jen, for allowing all of us to be transparent and crying and all that wonderful things. It's all your fault. It's all.
I'm sorry.
So the last conversation that we will have tonight is to you, ma'am. What do you have to say?
Well, just to reiterate the Sexy Steak. Actually, not 7 p.m. It's 8:30 p.m. I'll be there 8:30 to 11:30, February 22nd. But other than that, thank you all so much for tuning in, for just taking the time, setting your time aside to just listen to me and my story and our conversation. I really, really appreciate you. If you want to get any of my music, it's streaming on all streaming platforms. You can find it anywhere, Apple Music, YouTube Music, wherever they're streaming, it's probably on. So, but once again, thank you so much and look forward to more music coming out soon. More appearances as well. So, thank you.
I will say this, and if you ever need me, I'm around.
Mm-hmm.
We can do a duet too, honey.
We can do that. We absolutely. Or even like a poetry song thing.
Yes, absolutely. I can do the bottom. I don't know. Wait a minute.
The bottom note.
Yeah, your bottom is crazy. Like I thought I could get down low, but honey.
It took a lot of practice. I'll say that. A lot of practice. Years of people like, you sound like a man. Like, no, I just got
him. I can get like an inch of Layla Hathaway.
Ooh, I listen to people like that and I try to work it. I try to work on it. That's why I like Brandy so much because she gets
That
Layla.
That's an alien.
Woo, that's she alien.
She the mother of all the aliens.
She is. She is an alien.
Yes,
By
for sure.
herself.
Just a little bit. If I could just a little bit.
Her bottom and
Ridiculous, and you harmonize with yourself. Come on now, who does that?
Yeah, she's a straight up. Where she?
Who does that?
Right.
But as always, I had a good time tonight. I hope, Village, that you guys did. Again, I need y'all to go support all these Black businesses I put out tonight. I need y'all to go support my girl. Go get all her music. Go support her on her shows. I need y'all to do that for me. This is what we do here. We encourage, we support. This is what we do. Thank y'all again for coming in tonight. And I won't see y'all again till... No, I'm gonna see y'all at Henry Ford when I'm performing. How about that? So again, thank you again. I love y'all, and I'll see y'all soon again. 6 degrees of separation. You're literally one person away, one advice away, one help away from where you need to be in your destiny. Proven over and over again since we started this show, and as I stated earlier, 3 times now, we have some of the dopest people on this show, on this side of heaven. Right here. Again, peace out.